Right, just before I kick off on the next video, just wanted to say another big thank you because I've reached 300 subscribers, and I know it's just a little minnow in a big pond, but for me it's quite a big deal, and I know there's people there on 3 million rather than 300. But I also thought I'd take this opportunity just to say a little thank you to, or a big thank you to some of the people who I notice constantly comment and support my channel. And I got the Kumba guy. He's a bit of bias there because I'm from Zambia as well, and he does a lot of travelling things, and he's always commenting and being quite complimentary on my videos. So by all means check out their channels if you wish to as well. I enjoy watching them, but he's got a travelling channel in that he does around Zambia, which I enjoy. That's the Kumba guy. And another chap always comments a lot. There's Chella James. A lot of these people, I don't know whether they've got channels or not, but I just noticed some repeat comments on my channels there, so really appreciate that. And I got NT, so thank you to him as well, whoever you are, much appreciated. And there's Ronald Van Zelst, I think it is. He often comments on my videos as well, so really appreciate that. And I've got another one, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's spelled I-O-N-U-T, Ionut, or Inut or something. Barbu, I've noticed quite a few of the comments on him as well, so just to let you know, I really appreciate that. And in case you're wondering, the rugged look here, this is 5 weeks of quarantine does this to you. So well, lockdown, it's not quite as severe as some other countries. We're in the UK, by the way. So enjoy the video, and thanks again, and I'll see you on the 400 hopefully soon. Hello there, and I always say how faultless this car is, and I've been really pleased since we've had it. But long behold, we got our first issue, and it's this, the battery. And it's only 3 years old, and then we basically had a dead battery, and I've just happened to have a spare battery kicking about, but it's not the right one for this vehicle. And quite disappointed, you know, a 3-year-old battery. My other vehicles lasted near 9-10 years before the battery, you know, the manufacturer's battery ran out. But I've been told as well you need a stop-start battery technology on this, which that one is, because that's what this vehicle's got, that auto stop-start. And I've been quoted some crazy prices as well. So I did some hunting about, and I think one of the prices was near on £200. I managed to get a battery, the exact recommended one for this car, for about £76, I think. So and that same make as well, this Vata, is it? So some people have suggested a computer needs resetting, but I've actually tested it, and it's the actual amperage is low on the battery, very low. So the voltage is fine, but the amperage is wrong. And I've tested the alternator, and we're getting 14.3 volts from their alternator. So any suggestions if I'm doing anything wrong? And I'm just basically going to swap the battery out. So hopefully there's nothing strange I have to do, and it won't mess up the electronics, and I'll let you know how I get. Right, just had a delivery of the battery here, and I've had a lot of contradicting things said with regards to sort of mechanics and dealerships. Half of them say you've got to have the stop-start technology battery, and the other half say any battery will do. So I'm playing it safe and thought you can't go wrong if I at least get the stop-start one. So it costs a bit more, but at least worst case scenario I won't be doing it twice then. So here we go, I'll just open this up.
Dad, do you want me to hold the camera?
Oh, sorry. let's have a look what we got in here. Very nicely packed. And oh, let me just put the camera down and I'll open it up properly. Well, here it is. It looks a lot fancier than the other one. Some fancy little labels there, and the amperage is a little bit higher than the other one. I'm referring to that's the same, that 7, but this number is a lot higher here, so that's that. So we'll give it a little go. Theoretically it should be the same. It's got this blue dynamic, whatever that means. So let's throw that in and we'll see how we get on. Right, all seems relatively straightforward. I think we've got to whip these off. These screws? Oh, I don't know. Let's oh yeah, oh, there we go. They whip off, I think, and they're just holding the wire in there. And I think it'll be just a matter of zapping these off. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go for these first because my logic is the less time there's no power going to the electronics, the better. I don't know if that's of any truth. I was sort of thinking of temporarily sort of wiring up to another battery just to keep the power running through there, just so it doesn't affect any of the electronics, but I worked out it'd still be quite tricky. There's probably a way if you really wanted to, but I'll tell you what, this water bottle's very awkward. I just realised this has become a how to change the battery on a Honda CR-V without realising it video. Let's whip that off. Right, so I've just loosened these up just enough so they unclip out of their hooks at the bottom, and we'll zap the terminals off now. There we go. This one. Ooh, let's get that out of the way. Strange, you can hear, I'm sure it must be leaking some power because there's quite a few sparks there when that touched it. I suppose they got all alarm systems and everything else. Let's see if we can whip that out of the way. A little arrow there which I'm taking notice of, which is pointing to the outside of the car. So we know which way to put it back. I'm just going to put that there. And let's see if we can whip this one off. It's easy enough. Get this right out of the way somehow. There's not much space here, mind. So perhaps if I disconnect that it will be a bit easier. Oh, there we go, that's interesting. Oh, that's much better. There we go. And let's whip this one off. There we go. So, crikey, how do we get the battery out here now? Not much space to play with. Right, it seems a little bit awkward, but I think I'm just basically going to just try to hold this out the way, and then we'll pull it out. If it's worth having a look in there, if there's any connections I should disconnect. I don't know. See if I can get the angle to pull it out. Oh, give me a sec now. I'll just have a quick look if there's something else I can disconnect. Right, we got it out, and a bit of a pain. You've got to sort of just put a really steep sort of 45-degree angle, and there's this tray here as well. So I just whipped it out and just give it a clean just for the sake of it, really. And there was not much dirt in there, but I'll whip that back in and whip the new battery back in now. Hopefully it will go in easier than the other one came out. It's just all these cables just seem in the way, really, and you just got to, maybe if I took time to take the air filter out, you know, took all this air line here out and maybe whip the air filter thing off, maybe that would have come out a bit easier, but what the heck, we'll whip the other one back in and I'll put that back in. I think there's some little locating holes, so there we go. so you know when it's in. There we go. Right, let me grab the other battery now. There we go. So it was just the exact reverse of the other one I put in. As you can see, it is blinking awkward. Try not to swear there. There we go. I'm just trying to make sure that tray locates back in, because that's wobbling around at the minute, so that those locating holes. Oh, there we go. There you go. You can tell straight away once it's in. Right, let's connect him back up and see what happens. I'm just going to do the reverse of what I did last time. Well, there's these little red locating things which it says you've got to remove. So they're just for transportation apparently. So you get my little Stanley blade on there perhaps. So let's remove these. There we go. I don't know if there's some sort of vent or something. So you get this for focus. The other side was a real pain to get out, that little transporting cap. You can see I've really mashed it up and torn it up a bit. So I'll connect, my battery's about to run out on the actual camera, ironically. So I'll quickly connect that up and we'll see how she... Alright, before I put the securing clamps on, I'm going to quickly try that. I mean, one thing I noted is I am surprised at how much sort of sparking was going on when I was putting the terminals on, as if it's already drawing a lot of power. So I got the keys in my hands here. Let's give that a whirl now. Got to press the clutch in this car to start it. So in neutral, keep the foot on the clutch. And let's give them a little whirl. Oh, fired up straight away. Beautiful. What's that bong mean? Oh, everything looks okay. Got our Honda there. What's going on here? Oh, I think it's just telling me the door's open. Right, yeah, all sounds good. I'm just wondering whether this Honda light never stays on that long, so maybe the car stereo's it's detected that the battery was disconnected probably. So hopefully it'll look after itself. Let's see what's going on here. Turn that down a bit. Aircon. Yeah, so obviously something's happened with the stereo. Hopefully nothing serious. It's go. Anti-theft system has lost. This system has lost power. Push and hold power button for more than 2 seconds. Oh, my son can do that. There we go. Oh, we're all back on. Have you got any tunes? Oh yeah, I'll probably have to tune the radio and everything. Oh, that's no problem. It looks like it's all working. So he's taking care. Oh, there we go. All good. A few seconds of panic. So I'll just secure that battery and right, turn that off. Before we get some copyrights. There we go. And yeah, so hopefully we'll have no more issues. But yeah, like I said, I was a bit concerned because maybe it's just how modern cars are. It does seem to be drawing a lot of power considering nothing was switched on. So I don't know if it's pulling power, you know, while the car's off. And I tell you, I just caught my eye then. That's just saying it's got a flat tyre, which one of the pressures are low, which I've just checked, it's fine. That's just come up there, the alternating light, the alternator light, auto stop. I'm not sure, I'll double check on what's going on there, because I've checked the alternator and that's fine. It could be something to do with the auto stop start. I'll just check what that code is, but if there's any issues I'll update you. Otherwise that was basically our situation with the battery in the CRV here. My first thing I've had to do on this vehicle, so hopefully that will be the end of that. So I wonder if that is a message there, because I think that's to do with the auto stop start. That's not usually on. So let's see if I can zoom into that there. This camera's probably struggling to focus on that there with the screen. So yeah, if anybody's got some, there's that sign again. So maybe it have to be programmed or something to let it know that it's got that particular battery. Any useful comments or something I might have missed and that can help me with this vehicle, and will be much appreciated. And the usual like and subscribe, and we'll look forward to many more videos. Thanks then, have a good day all. Just a quick update on that warning light I had with the what I think is the automatic on-off symbol with the battery. Just went around the block and it seems to have sorted itself out, so maybe it was just resetting after the other battery. And I did try to charge up the other battery. It's not holding its charge, so it's obviously a faulty battery, but just a shame it lasted 3 years. I had a look in the manual as well, just for that, with that particular code, and it just said take it to the dealership. So thankfully we don't have to do that. And what you can see there is at the moment it's a tyre pressure warning light, and I've looked that up in the manual and it's quite easy to reset, so I'll have a little go at that. So yeah, all good, everything